Hello, and thank you for joining in to AutoCorrect, a new podcast featuring current events, nerdy things, and everything in the realm of geek. Starting off, my name is Patrick, and to my left, we're going to go and introduce ourselves. Next up,
I'm Mitch. Yep. Axie.
Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm Axenoes. I'm for the female side of things.
I'm Julio. I like long walks on the beach and disco kittens.
all right. So that's
Dead air.
everybody.
Woo!
Yeah, I know. That sounds like such a waste of minutes.
So what do you got?
This is like an 8th grader's date.
Wet dream? Oh, date. Yeah.
What
That
I
makes more
learned on
sense.
summer vacation.
What dream? We can all talk about that later. So, Patrick, about your childhood.
My childhood?
Okay,
Nobody wants to go
yeah,
there.
no, we don't want to start with that.
Yeah.
We might scare away the audience.
When was everybody's first wet dream? Let's talk about that.
Okay. So, back in.
It involves my uncle. No.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
Yep.
Things got dark. Okay.
Okay,
Let's-
next topic.
This is either dirty or cultural.
Oh my god.
It's getting there.
Right.
You
So,
got to build up the anticipation.
Pop filter.
so yeah. So what do you got for us today?
Well, there's a ton of shit happening in the world. Does anybody want to start off with something?
Donald Trump's penis.
What penis?
There was a
So back to my dreams.
monument of art that was installed in New York City just recently, as in today, and was taken down today, of a naked sculpture of Donald Trump. It was taken down within a few, maybe 4 or 5 hours by city workers, but it was very detailed. Now, from a woman's standpoint, if this was Hillary Clinton, this would be a huge thing. As Donald Trump, half of me is laughing on the inside, and the other half is saying this is wrong.
Did it have tiny hands?
It did.
It had a little nubby penis. That's what she felt too.
Like a turtle head?
That's too big.
I did notice an absence of balls.
There were no balls. I think the name of the piece was No Balls. I think that was the name of the piece.
That would totally make sense. Most definitely. So, past geeky events that have recently happened in the Dallas area. So, QuakeCon recently happened.
Oh yes, I'm supposed to talk about QuakeCon because I was there, as well as Patrick and some other people. It happened the beginning of August, and there was 3,000 people that brought their own computers and played games and made case content or case mods. So yeah, I did win a case modding contest, and now I'm looking at Donald Trump's statue. Okay, yeah, no, I
Great
saw that
radio.
before. It's very well sculpted. Like it's very artistic. It's very accurate, I'm sure.
He's got a Hank Hill butt.
Nah, I think he's probably a little bit more in shape than that.
So, does that mean no ass?
No
Like,
ass.
you make that much money, or you think that you have that much money, and like I would have like personal trainers work me out, so I look slim like that.
Oh, screw that. One day in surgery and you can fix everything.
That's true.
Oh.
Surgery can't fix everything.
Yeah, that's true.
It can fix a majority of it.
I get enough junk email. I know what you can enlarge.
Try this new vitamin.
But there's a prince in Nigeria that keeps on messaging me.
Yeah, me too. Weird. Do we both have a Nigerian uncle who died?
I don't have enough money to send them. Scammers can't work if you don't have enough money to get scammed on. So,
This is true. I got my bank account hacked last week, and I had the hacker opened me a GoFundMe account.
Yeah.
So, were there any exciting things that you got to see at QuakeCon this year?
I got to see there were more females this year than last year. That wasn't the highlight of the convention, but it's quite a different crowd than A-Kon or any anime fest or Comic-Con. It's more PC gamers, so more neckbeards per capita. I wouldn't call them all neckbeards. I'm a neckbeard too, so it wouldn't actually work like that. But no fedoras. I didn't see as many fedoras this time.
As in the hat?
Yes. Yeah.
Why would that be a problem?
That's usually the stereotypical like neckbeard thing to have is to have
Milady.
a tribly. Yeah, because it's
Is
apparently it's
fedora?
trendy, or at least they think it's trendy, so they wear it.
So like
You need something to tip while you milady. It
Yes.
doesn't work if you don't
it
have
sounds
that.
like the
I
same.
just want to tell you guys, from a female point of view, that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, everybody when they
Don't
were
be that guy.
13 thought that they were cool with a hat.
Don't be that guy. No.
Anyway, so QuakeCon, I guess I can brag. Myself and a lot of people that helped built a Nuka-Cola vending machine PC case that we 3D printed and laser cut and painted and made look really cool, and then resin cast the little Nuka-Cola quantum bottles, and it all lights up, and it's a fully functional computer, and now it's sitting in my room. But at the QuakeCon, I got a bunch of interviews. I got featured on a couple websites, like Hackaday, IGN, and so it was my 15 minutes of internet fame.
So it's fully functional, but is it anatomically correct?
According to the game, yes, it's scaled properly. It's not a body. So if I did do a body, it would probably be like Tracer from Overwatch, like just her booty, like nothing else, not the top part. It would just have a computer. It would just be a butt. So I could wake up every morning, turn on my butt computer, and that would be accurate.
Now, would it be 3D printed, or would it have some plushiness to it?
I could resin cast it and make not resin, use silicone actually, and it would have the right consistency.
Although if you use Ninja Flex, just two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
But you'll
so
get that weird texture.
Yeah, if you 3D print like flexible material, it doesn't have the right consistency of butts or boobs. Like silicone has the right consistency. Have you ever actually? There was an AMA on Reddit of the Real Doll, the creator of the Real Dolls, and if you've ever seen the Real Dolls, they're pretty.
Real?
They're real.
They are.
Yeah, like
You get what you pay
Are
for
those-
with that stuff.
Yeah,
Are
and
those
they-
expensive,
the
but they're nice looking.
creepy baby looking dolls?
real dolls?
No, that's the ball jointed dolls.
No,
Axel
they're
can
not
tell you
ball
all about
jointed
those.
dolls. They're real dolls. They're silicone based, and they actually put the hair in one at a time. Now, there have been people who go to the store with these in their car, and somebody will break the person's window trying to get it out just to discover it's a doll.
My mother, like a year and a half ago, bought these 2 baby dolls off a lady off of Facebook who custom makes dolls, and they are realistic and creepy. And she got one of them to look like a monkey face, and it's nuts, and it makes no sense. And she was like, "It's supposed to represent your nieces when they were babies." I'm like, it's creepy because she like keeps them in the china cabinet, and they look like just creepy baby dolls that are staring you down when you're like on your way to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Don't you have those, Axie?
I have a few of them. I have, well, I don't have the real dolls or the silicone doll stuff, but I have a doll that it's a werewolf baby. It's basically made to be a werewolf cub, but human, basically werewolf.
So does it look like Eddie Munster?
It looks kind of like, well, a baby cub. It's really, really small, and it has blue eyes, and basically it feels real. It's used like, it uses
Silicone?
real silicone, but it has the good weight to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I mean, isn't that like that to me? I've seen some of those high end dolls, quote unquote, that people buy, and the lady who actually made those two dolls I was talking about, she told me a lot of people buy them to deal with like postpartum,
There's a good use for that, yeah.
and
So Otto is back, and he interrupted this podcast with his ringtone for his ride or something. I don't know what's going on.
It's exactly what happened.
Okay, so yeah, that broke up the conversation.
right? Oh my god, that's creepy.
Let me see.
That
it.
looks like oh
So,
my god.
She's showing us the baby, and
Oh my-
and it looks like,
A baby werewolf.
yeah, it's a baby werewolf, and
Does anybody remember that Flintstones movie? The one with John Goodman when they were in there getting the baby for the first time, I think it was Pebbles or Bam Bam. I can't remember which one. But a monkey came out and it was like, oh, it looks like a monkey. Like, that thing is scary real.
It's called werepups.
pups.
Werepups.
Very nice.
Okay, so
And-
Otto, who this show is about, is leaving us.
Sounds like Seinfeld.
And they have smaller ones that look like.
What the hell? Why? Why do these things have to exist? Can't
so-
people put their talents to better use?
Says the one that will make things that, yet again, yeah. Don't be judgmental of other people's crafts.
I much
I
rather
know.
have a creepier doll than actually procreating, because like newborn babies aren't that pretty looking. Like they're
No.
They
usually
all
No,
look like
covered in
Winston
but-
Churchill.
But
grossness,
everybody,
and, like their heads all deformed, and their skin tone, like they have the new
It's like
baby
this
like
reddish-
alien look to them. Of course, I'm not appreciating the gift of life or whatever, but
is that the guy who makes them?
you can
No, that's the.
The gift of life?
the gift of life.
That's
That's
a guy.
No, that's
No.
the guy who played Freddy Krueger.
Oh, the original Freddy Krueger, not the new
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger.
No.
Okay, all right.
But I'm imagining, like, if you are, like, you want to have kids and you either can't or you don't want to have kids, but you want the experience of having kids, you would have these creepy dolls that look like children or
Well-
little babies.
Just because they look like kids doesn't mean it's the same experience.
You
It's
can
cheaper.
Make it, yeah,
I
it's
mean,
cheaper.
yeah, you ain't got to put a doll through college.
I could. Yeah.
There are some people that will spend a fortune, myself included, sadly, to clothe their dolls. Now, some of my dolls, it's a lot cheaper just to go into the kids section of Walmart and just size it down.
You don't have to worry about buying new clothes every couple months.
Yeah.
'cause,
I mean, what?
unless you want a bigger doll to grow, like they should have like a Netflix of creepy baby dolls. So
A,
that you
a
just send them-
Netflix?
yeah, so you send them in and you get like a bigger one that's like more grown, that has the same traits, so you can like have the experience.
So you
of
can
a
have your
growing
child
child.
age.
Yes, and
What happens when they hit puberty?
there might be terms of
So you
terms
go
of
from-
use and.
You go from a real baby doll to a real doll that eventually people have sex with.
Yeah, but how's that different than like actual like growing up?
I don't want to think of other people fucking my dolls.
Yeah, but you
Don't
don't
fuck
think
my
about
dolls.
that with your children too. If you ever if you had children,
Don't fuck my children.
Okay, so there you go.
Only two people in this world should not have kids: your children and your parents. Now, sadly,
doesn't
if
make
you're not
sense.
here, if you're not here, then your parents never had sex.
That's,
But you
Yeah,
don't want to imagine your
true.
parents having sex. You don't want to imagine your kids having sex.
Or if you
And
If
if
there's
you're
just incest involved, if there's like Back to the Future
Okay,
going
Tywin
on,
Lannister.
yeah.
Taiwan,
Hey, I drink and I know things.
imp.
So, have we all watched Game of Thrones? You
I've
haven't.
I've seen
I
up
am-
to like the 3rd season.
I am up to everything on the books. I am saddened because there's stuff that's been released.
That you're gonna give away spoilers for?
Yeah. Are you going to give away spoilers? Because we'll have to
Well,
warn
okay,
people.
everybody has seen the Red Wedding.
Yeah, even I saw that.
Julio?
Everybody-
Have you seen?
I've seen the Red Wedding.
Okay.
Everybody has seen the great day when Joffrey died, correct?
Yeah, he
Yes.
choked on some poison.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
a good episode.
I'm thinking he like chewed some bad pie and nobody knew the Heimlich maneuver yet. So
Yeah.
I think that's what happened, right?
Let's
I
just
got that
stare at him
poison
for a
back.
while.
I don't think it
And-
was the pie. I think he just couldn't breathe.
And if you have watched this season, you saw why you should always feed your dogs.
Yes. Always feed your dogs.
What's next? Who dies next? I don't have anybody else to hate.
I think Ned Stark comes back from the dead, and as a White Walker.
We're not getting Lady Stoneheart whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
Get that out of your
is that
mind.
What happens is she comes
So
back as a White Walker.
Lady Catherine does not come back. We've already got that from. No,
Okay.
there is no way. And chances are, if they're playing this like they're playing it, we'll never see the great fight between the Mountain and the dude that got. Was it the Mountain and the
dude,
Hound?
Yes.
his
See,
brother.
both of those characters are amazing.
They're
Mike.
brothers.
No way.
Yeah.
The Mountain is the guy that did that to the Hound. His
Yeah.
face and all that fucked up.
Pushed them in the fire when they were kids.
Yeah, they're brothers. And in the books, we got a wonderful detail of them fighting and stuff like that. And we've been waiting, and oh my gosh, and then
It can still happen.
we only have
The-
what 6, 7 episodes left.
They reintroduced him.
And I guess George R. Martin has to write more books.
Yeah, he's
But I
got
haven't
2
read
more
the
books.
so-
Yeah, they've gone off the books. They're not going to follow the books
Okay.
anymore.
No, we've
Yeah.
gone off the books.
What they should do is a crossover of Harry Potter and Game of Thrones.
That would be terrible.
I have heard that they're requesting for not Game of Thrones, but Harry Potter. They are requesting the people who made Pokemon Go to make a Harry Potter version. So Harry Potter Go.
I want to see GTA 5 go.
I think
Yes,
that's
I
it
want
over.
to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, get on the freeway, you'll see.
Yeah. So I was watching a video of somebody on Reddit of them driving through Detroit, and like somebody like runs over this person with a car, and like all these like bicycles that are like with lights on them, and like really sketchy neighborhood. That was interesting. Like I imagine
You
like
normally
go down downtown Dallas, which I think is fairly safe.
do you normally just surf around the internet watching people get run over, or is that just a,
Yeah,
a Sunday
that's
night?
that's
kinda
pretty much
thing?
half of live leaks. As not live leaks, yeah, live leaks, because it's mostly Russian dash cams that you're watching. So
Hey, Russian dash cams are great videos.
they are. They have some entertaining. I mean, I wish we had dash cam videos that we.
I don't want to see
had
dash
live.
cam.
I have a
videos.
dash cam, but I never turn it on. I probably should, because it's probably going to be incriminating.
You can
which
turn
that
off
means
the
I
audio.
shouldn't too. Well,
And it's facing away from you.
yeah, I don't mind the audio.
Unless
It's just
you're-
more of the. It's gonna
Oh, so you
catch
see
me at fault instead
you
of the
see
other
the
person.
people getting run over on Reddit, and you're like, I kind of want to.
Yeah,
do
I
that.
want to make this. Yeah. So, I am not a mass murderer. I'm just letting you guys
That
know
we
now.
know
Just
of.
because you maim somebody doesn't mean they're dead. So you can be like a mass maimer.
Mass memer, yeah.
You could be the first.
Or a memer.
A memer, yeah.
You can be a mass meme maker.
Or you could be a meeper.
A meeper?
Yeah, from, you know.
Meep.
Meep.
Okay.
That
Okay.
took a weird turn there. Okay.
So,
So, speaking of Meep, they are not renewing the Muppet TV show that aired like last season.
Isn't that a good thing? I heard that.
It's on
tanked.
HBO.
No, it was like on
ABC.
ABC.
ABC. Okay.
Yeah.
oh man, if
It was on
Muppets
something.
are on HBO and like they could do whatever
Actually,
they want.
HBO does own Sesame Street.
Kermit
I know.
No, they
after
don't own Sesame
hours.
Street.
They have stock in it.
No, they've
Yeah.
signed a contract with KRA to where they get content before it gets put on.
Yeah, it's
KRA.
on the HBO now.
Yeah.
I
so-
can't imagine flipping to HBO in the middle of the night and seeing like Fozzie the Bear getting it on with like a German hooker on like Skinamax level. That wouldn't make sense.
Stuff will up, I guess.
Skinamax and HBO are not the same
Well,
thing.
I know Skinamax is like Cinemax. I mean, well, HBO has like
It is
real
Cinemax.
sex and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a movie about the real doll. The guy like marries a real doll or something, or I forgot what
It
the
was in
movie's
the
called.
news. Basically,
yeah.
this guy
I think
marries
it's a
this
documentary.
whole, gets all this stuff in his head and finds an actual girlfriend, and basically, in order to hide away this secret that he's been with this real doll, goes out and chucks her out into the open air, and she lands in a ditch, and people think he's throwing away a dead body. So
Yeah, that's what. What do you do with a real doll when like you're done with it? Like
You wash it.
you bury
You
it.
recycle it.
Don't you just?
you put it on a
You just-
Well, I
donation
guess,
shelf.
I guess you wash it, or you
Shows
put it
up at your local Dallas makerspace.
You put it in the closet, like, and then like
Just donate to Goodwill.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, put it on the free shelf at the makerspace.
Actually,
so
if you put
anybody
it-
listening to this podcast, like, we have to explain the makerspace because
If you put the real doll in the passenger seat, can you use the HOV lane?
Yes.
I don't know.
There were people selling
Hey, real
cutouts.
dolls are people too.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, you have a
Mitch,
physical, and you have something that gives weight to the sensor. But if you get pulled over,
Well, let me ask you this: can you get a seatbelt ticket for not having a real doll buckled?
those things are pretty heavy.
I mean, I wouldn't want to see one fly at me through a windshield.
What if you get a real doll drunk?
Oh God.
Okay, back up a
So
little bit. 'cause-
makerspace.
Back up a little bit, because
Okay.
wait. A real doll drunk. Okay, wait a minute. 'Cause
I mean, if you're gonna role play and you're gonna go all the way on this thing, like they have mouths and they have orifices.
Can you slip in a roofie?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I don't know if you
like,
guys
what's
realize this,
considered
but
real
these
doll
things are
murder?
not real. They're called real dolls because they feel real. They're not Pinocchio.
Well, I mean, I know what they are. Not that I've used them or anything. but-
Don't lie.
I couldn't afford one. I don't know about you. They're like $5,000 on that.
Yeah,
just
if
go to
I had enough
Goodwill.
money to buy a real doll, I mean, I wouldn't have to
Go
worry about
look
money.
at the donation shelf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just talking about donate. Just go to Goodwill.
I would just
donate
go on
shop.
like I'd go to AliExpress where they sell like Chinese stuff, like knockoff stuff, and just get like a Chinese knockoff real doll.
You'll probably
So-
get like lead paint on it.
Oh yeah, it's probably made with like scraps of latex condoms or something. Anyway, so I think we should explain what the makerspace is because
It's a good idea.
some of this stuff probably doesn't make any sense in context.
Adult daycare.
Kind of like
Next.
adult daycare.
I feel like a hungry hippo.
Yeah. So Patrick's like the equivalent of like a vacuum cleaner with boba teas. And that's what that sound was, that slurping sound this entire time.
At least it wasn't a cantaloupe.
Oh yeah, or a grapefruit.
Okay, Grapefruit Lady is a legend, and I fucking love her.
Yeah,
She is
If
my
you guys
ringtone.
need a reference point, I will put that link in the description of the video.
yes, I think we need more descriptions in videos like werewolf babies and real dolls.
We will go. When I edit the video, I will definitely put a bunch of links.
There will
in.
be no editing.
Yeah, no, this isn't gonna be edited.
You're gonna be sitting here forever.
So more in the makerspace. The makerspace is a facility in Carrollton, Texas, that is
a 501(c)
Yes,
nonprofit
it is an-
educational
That sounds shady.
facility.
yes, it's a nonprofit educational facility that can be used for multiple things, including woodworking and metalworking and metal shop and automotive
And a full machine shop.
laser. Yeah, machine shop, laser cutting. We got 3D printing.
Automotive.
Said that already.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sure.
We also have a digital media committee that handles this lovely studio that's just an office room with a blue wall. But we have a lot of really nice donated equipment, including these
We
microphones.
have jewelry. We have foundry.
We have
Yes.
We have
Vector.
science.
We have
Yeah.
science.
We have vector.
We
have
actually do
blacksmithing.
science. We do science and science.
Yes.
too. Shout out to Ebony, who's a great science committee person.
Okay, so video games.
Wait, how did we get to the here to here?
There's
don't
more
know.
to the makerspace, but we're changing subjects. So.
I'm tired of talking makerspace. I'm in makerspace. What?
I'm just explaining to people like
And you're making,
that
so you're
we have
accomplishing.
a culture here. There's a culture that establishes a very like niche nerdy people like us. I wouldn't say niche, but we're nerdy
Mitch.
eclectic people
I
that
like the
have
word eclectic.
gathered and decided to do something. So
like this podcast.
yeah,
So, video games.
yes, video games.
What are some video games that you have been playing?
Overwatch.
I've recently discovered the Raspberry Pi version of Minecraft.
Minecraft's a good game, even the Pocket Edition or mobile.
That's the
Raspberry
Pi.
Edition.
It's the Pi.
Yeah, Pi Edition.
$5 Pi.
You know, there's cake in Minecraft. So if you wouldn't that be, if you just retexture it as pie,
I could retexture it as a raspberry.
that's true. You could.
What have you been playing?
Not much. I think the last thing I played was Pillars of Eternity. That was pretty fun.
Is that like the knockoff like League of Legends?
No, Pillars of Eternity is a game that was kickstarted by Obsidian, and they created Baldur's Gate. You guys remember that?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
I
So, yeah.
yelled a lot in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, so you know what it is. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
it's like Baldur's Gate updated, and it's really fun. Lots of reading, lots of.
So Patrick left the room and then left his phone.
It started going off.
So let's
Oh no, it's
let's
his
answer
girlfriend.
it. Who's Tammy?
Ooh,
I think that's his girlfriend.
let's do it.
Oh, is that his girlfriend?
Let's do it.
I don't know.
I can't do it.
Do it. I ain't doing it.
I'm not gonna answer his phone while he's gone. Like she's gonna answer. I'm gonna be like,
Do it.
okay, no,
It's too late.
okay. I'll let her call him back,
I'm a bad
and
influence.
then we'll have her be the guest on the podcast without knowing it.
You know, it'd be funny if it isn't. Maybe it's one of the girls that he's talking to, and now the other one knows.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
that if they listen to the podcast, they'll know.
About Tammy,
Oh,
the
damn
person
it.
they called Patrick,
Could be his mother. I don't know.
at 1 in the
Oh,
morning.
it could be. Yeah, I didn't think about
Just
that.
put it
Why
in
would
out
you?
Mother
there.
or
Why would
aunt.
you put your mom's full name on your phone?
I don't know. I call my mother Carol. She doesn't respond to mom.
The full name?
Yeah.
Her-
Does she call you by your real name?
She calls me Aaron. Basically, anybody who either knows me in real life, like family-wise, they know a special name for me.
Tammy called.
Who's Tammy?
Who's Tammy?
That would be my mother.
I knew it! I knew it! Did I not say?
Yes.
Uh,
we were
she-
gonna answer it, but that would be kind of weird.
No,
Yeah.
you should have fucking totally did that.
Okay.
No. Although somebody might have died if it's like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, I think they always talk. I text my mom at like 4 in the morning.
My
she's
mother doesn't
usually up.
answer anything at 1 o'clock in the morning, so. oh
Is
well.
she usually asleep or she's
Yes.
just getting busy?
My parents tend to sleep.
Oh,
Like they have regular hours, and
they don't do anything like after midnight.
no, after 9 o'clock, nothing.
I'm just trying to get
It's
you
about
to imagine your parents.
Indiana Jones
Yeah,
Monopoly.
no,
No, nothing.
no, nothing,
Doesn't do anything for you.
no.
So speaking of incest, video games.
Okay, so
What?
I have been playing this wonderful game called We Happy Few.
Oh, I
Is
heard
that a
about
Wii
that
game?
game. Yes.
Is that a Wii game?
It's
No,
not a
it's
Wii
not.
game. It is a wonderful game in which you are the protagonist of a world that is very dystopian. And there are people who are on these happy pills called joy. And the people who are not on said things are called downers.
Oh yeah, this is the one set like in the 1800s.
Not 1800s. It's about 1960s.
Like the Revolution. It was like an English town or something.
Yeah,
that
it
was
is
in-
English town, but it's
like it's trippy drugs and when you
exactly
okay,
and
yeah.
it's not. It's set in kind of the 1960s, as if somebody like threw a bomb in London and
full of
like
drug
all
F.
of these people who did not take the pill just went, "No, I'm so depressed and stuff." That's why they're called downers. They feel so down. And the people who have taken these joy pills, they kind of have like these clown face, white, happy,
like a
yeah.
mime almost.
almost like,
the
a mime,
clown
kind of. But you can definitely tell who's on them and who's not.
Yeah.
And it's a really
Sounds a lot like Bioshock. How
Well,
Bioshock had the
the
splicers.
weird thing is
I've never got to play that
every
game.
time every time you start the game from fresh, everything changes. The entire map. So you can't learn, okay, this is where I spawn at, this is where I get out of the tunnel and everything like that.
So you get a whole new play experience every time.
Yep.
Like different town, different
Pretty much
townspeople.
everything is set up differently. You have to like get out of one part of the town to get into the next, and you're trying to basically solve all these problems. But oh my god, the amount of time that they spent on this game is just atrociously high, and it's beautiful.
And
I
there,
definitely suggest We Happy Few.
There is another game coming out soon where it's infinite play space and planets in each
No Man's Sky, which is
No
already
Man's
out.
Sky.
It's
Yeah.
already out, and there's a lot of bad reviews. because
Really?
of the gameplay. From what I can tell, it's a tech demo, and it's also $60, so that is outside of my wanting to actually buy the game range until there's a Steam summer sale.
What was the issue with it? You said it's a tech demo, but what made it a tech demo?
I think that's a lot of, like, because it's so expansive, like, it's like kind of like a Minecraft where you're mining minerals and then you're like spending a lot of time going places and traveling, and then like I don't know the actual details, but apparently it wasn't as like
The exploration game is an exploration game.
yeah, and I think a lot of people are like kind of like, and well, there also the launch was really bad because there's a lot of things that they promised that didn't work, and like
I don't know.
like,
It's kind of like
actual
expecting
multiplayer.
you're
Yes.
expecting a T-Rex and you're getting a dog.
So
It's kind of the
Kind of,
same.
yeah, but it's a procedurally generated game, so it's
Yeah.
not like you can like you're always gonna get a T-Rex. You're gonna get like a penis monster or something.
the only issue I got that I heard about was the fact that the multiplayer wasn't working. Like you were supposed to be able
Yeah.
to interact with other players on day one, but it never worked.
There's a lot of I think stability issues with like AMD systems, and I don't know about the PS4 launch, but I think there was some glitches and stuff, which I guess is understandable for a lot of games. I mean, it's kind of like when the Star Wars game came out, Battlefield Zone,
Battlefront.
yeah, whatever. The Star Wars game that was like half a game, and it was like more of like a demo than it was an actual game.
No,
supposedly.
it was the game. It's
Like,
just
you pay $60 for a game, and then like half of the game is like a DLC that you have to pay in like another.
no. They didn't really have any DLC until I think they just came out with one recently that I just added more maps. But the game wasn't as fun as they made it out to be. It's a lot simpler. And, like you just pretty much run and try
Yeah.
to avoid.
I think that's what
blasters.
happened with No Man's Sky.
Okay,
So
they built it up as something else, and then when the product delivered, it was not what they promised.
yeah. So again,
So it's kind of like ordering a baked potato and getting a carrot.
that's a weird example, but yes, I guess it's. I think it's expectation versus reality, which
Well, I mean, from what I've seen in the previews for No Man's Sky, they promised a hell of a lot, which
Yeah.
is why I was even slightly interested
that
in
they
it.
they released it. It's a cool looking game.
But
I agree, but
this
I've
is
seen
why,
like Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen, and like those are really pretty space games. I also saw the preview at QuakeCon actually, the preview for the new Prey game, and that looks really really cool. And that's more first-person shooter, like BioShock looking. You need to play BioShock. It's really good. They actually have a collector's edition or something like that, or some new edition where they're basically like releasing all 3 BioShocks like out there. But if you really want to play BioShock, you should play System Shock, which is the original one.
See, this is why I stick to games like Train Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator 2, and Farm Simulator.
Yeah, casual games
As
are
in
fun.
fall asleep on the couch simulator.
I
Wait,
like
is that a
those games.
simulator game? I want that.
Oh yeah, there's one that's something like Squid Dad or something like that.
Squid Dad.
Look it up. It's called Squid Dad or
I think that's the name of the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're a squid, and you're trying to pretend to be a real person, and
Yes.
you're supposed to kind of live your life without knocking over everything.
with
but
your
it's
tentacles.
with your tentacles, but it's really hard to control your tentacles, so you end up knocking shit over. So the goal of the game is to knock over the least amount of things.
It sounds like Surgeon Simulator to an extent.
Kind of, yeah. I think it's the same concept. It's one of those like indie games written like for like
it's-
real simple graphics.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of really stupid, not too serious, kind of like Goat Simulator and like Surgeon, whatever.
So I got to try the Vive at QuakeCon as well. So the Vive VR is really neat. It's really cool. We got to play with the Fallout and Doom, and he's watching the video for Squid Dad. If we'll put that in the link description below is the Squid Dad.
So many links.
We're probably saying it wrong, but what is it actually called?
It's Squid Dad,
Okay.
Deadliest Catch, I think.
Deadliest Catch. So we'll put that in the link description. So if you want to play that game, it's definitely up our alley, I think. But so is No Man's Sky, but like it's $60. So if you want to fund us on a
Here.
GoFundMe for new games that are probably gonna suck,
So,
Or
back
a
to your
Patreon.
previous game that you liked.
yes.
Which is better, Overwatch or Team Fortress 2?
So I'm not really into competitive games, and I only got peer pressured into playing Overwatch, and I like Overwatch. I only like okay. I like it because I like how it looks, and it's really pretty, and the maps are really pretty, and the characters are really pretty.
You just like Tracer's ass.
Yeah, but like Bastion, like I just saw they had a Bethesda, no, that's Bethesda. Blizzard. I'm totally not gonna mix that up again. So Blizzard actually had a trailer for like not a trailer, but like a little short animated series movie for Bastion, and it was really nice. So like they have some backstories and artwork and stuff. That's really cool. But I think as like a fan game, like a game that will have like maybe fan fiction, but probably more like artwork and stuff made for it. It's just a pretty game. It's a pretty game, but it also, I mean, it's a fun shooter. I really didn't like Team Fortress because I don't understand strategy games, and I don't have.
I'm a
TF2
fan of TF2.
It's the same thing.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but I just never got into TF2 because it's like a strategy shooter, and like I don't.
It
play
all depends on
strategies.
what you're playing on there. Like, there's
Yeah.
different game modes, but for the most part, when I played it, I usually went for like the team deathmatch type stuff, where
Yeah,
it was
I
just
suppose.
kill the other team. It's easy,
Yeah.
simple shit.
Yeah, it's just being able to play different types, but you can play competitively or you could just play for fun, which I like to do. Fun.
No, one of my biggest games was Dota 2. So
Those games I don't understand either. It's the same thing. It's a strategy that I don't understand how to play.
there's a lot of team dynamic that goes into like games like League of Legends or Dota or almost any MOBA that you play.
MOBA. What's the other game I've played that? Oh, Rocket League is fun.
What is it?
I played Rocket League.
Rocket League.
It's basically just soccer with rocket cars. And that was popular last QuakeCon. So I usually play in the game that we end up playing at QuakeCon every year. But I haven't had a lot of time to play games. But when I do, I drink Dos Equis. This podcast is not sponsored by Dos Equis, but it should.
But it could be. So
Yeah.
Dos Equis, you should listen up.
I actually have an N64 and a little CRT TV, big tube TV, because it works better, and I would like to play through those games because I like the N64. But I would also like to play through Super Nintendo games. I think retro gaming are fun to play. But that might just be me. I don't think that's just me.
Could be just you.
I think so. No, there's a lot of people that like play games.
Yeah, if since Nintendo's coming out with a little tiny
Oh,
NES, so
yeah,
if
that's
there was
cool.
no market for it, then they wouldn't come out with it.
No, so the NES, that little NES Classic, I guess they call it,
Mhm.
Nintendo Classic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little. It's basically they're taking like a Raspberry Pi emulator.
Or those little Chinese
Yeah.
arcade games.
Yeah, but
and-
it's closer to like what you'd probably make out of a Raspberry Pi. Only it's just Nintendo games and it's officially licensed, so you're not legally downloading ROMs. But for like $60, I think, and hopefully it comes with a controller.
I think it comes preloaded with.
30
games.
Yeah.
But I wonder if
So-
you can download more. I haven't
That'd be nice. I mean, if they
Yeah.
include that feature, that'd be really worth the $60 price
Yeah, or if
tag.
you have to have a Wii or something to connect to it. But
I hate Wii's.
I'm not a fan of Wii. I would probably
Mario
like,
Kart. It's the only thing I loved on it. Mario Kart.
Yeah, Wii U is probably cool just because of like Mario Maker and some other games.
I
The
can tell you
Disney
one.
So-
Zelda game.
A game that I have been recently playing that is really tells a lot about me is called Yandere Simulator.
Oh, that's an awesome fucking game.
Oh, isn't it?
Is it out yet?
It's already out.
Okay.
What is
But
it?
they update it with like new stuff every now and then.
Yeah,
It is a game to which you are
Notice me, senpai.
Exactly. You are trying to get your senpai to notice you. The problem
It
is
sounds like
there's-
that creepy, sketchy guy who was on that newscast.
Not quite. Problem is, in this game, you are competing, as it were, for attention from your senpai with all of your classmates, especially Boobs McKenzie.
So
Anyways,
it's one of those Japanese like dating simulators.
not quite.
Like
You
the-
are learning different ways to kill your classmates.
Oh,
Wait,
so it's battle
didn't-
royale like mixed with.
Didn't Adult Swim have a game like 5 years ago called 5 Minutes to Kill Yourself?
Yeah, they did.
But here
Yeah.
you're killing other
This is
people,
different.
and
Yeah.
you have to
Well,
get
I
rid of the
mean,
body,
yeah.
and you also have to clean yourself up.
So
in
it's
And
a
every
certain amount
time you
of
kill somebody, you get a little demented in your head.
So it's
you
like,
have to take it out. And they have like every now and then they'll like update it. And the last update that I got, you basically sell your soul to a demon in order to kill people by raising up all these arms. And they all shred everybody, and you make little puppets out of them.
Up until the soul selling part, it sounded a lot like Dexter.
No, not quite.
Dexter is probably mild, but
This
so
is
how far have you gotten in Dexter?
All the way.
The
All
laboratory.
the way? Yeah, those
Dee
I've
Dee.
probably seen all of them. Yes.
Stupid
Do
DD.
not touch my button.
Get out of my laboratory.
Cartoon
Oh,
Network
man.
used to be good.
So did Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon.
But you know they have like other. If you have cable, they have the channels that like, play
Boomerang.
all the old ones.
Okay, Boomerang is fun.
until you watch
At
Yogi
3 o'clock in
18
the morning?
times.
Yeah, or probably when you're.
Hey,
higher
at 3
class.
o'clock, at 2 or 3 in the morning, I'm pretty sure they play SWAT Cats.
SWAT Cats.
That was a good show.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Top Cat. Top Cat. Da 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 da.
Okay, so
But
now
yeah,
that we're on cartoons, let us list some very good cartoons from yesteryear.
Wait, can I make one interjection? You guys should totally, if you're into like 90s Nick, check out Nick Box. It's a subscription box that Nickelodeon's doing that has tons of awesome stuff in it. And it's $50 a month, though. That's the only downfall. It's a high price tag, but the items are actually quality in there from what I've seen. All right, continue. Sorry.
We're not sponsored by anything.
No.
No,
But
these
we'll
are
put
just
the link in
project-
the description, and hopefully they will be.
The
You
link
just
in
say
the
that
little
because I'm the one doing
doobly-doo.
all the links, aren't you?
Yes. So
So many links. You know you're responsible for putting up all these links, right?
Yeah, and responsible for editing the video.
yeah,
and
this
blah,
is
blah,
how
blah, blah, blah,
podcasts
blah.
and videos work. I think. I don't know.
Just
I don't-
remember, you asked us to be in on this.
Imagine if we
yeah.
did this as a live show. Like it would be like an hour of us all getting water, and then like somebody walking in and Otto like taking phone calls, and like 50 minutes of like this is how to use a microphone.
This ain't the 700 Club. I don't think
We have learned a lot of things today, especially how to talk in the microphone.
Yeah, and I'm counting how many loops she's making as she knits.
I
her-
can
There's stitches.
crochet. There's a
Stitches.
difference.
There's
Crochet.
stitches, right?
Oh,
knits
she will stab you in the
her
throat with her
scarf.
crochet needle.
Are they called stitches?
Oh,
What are they
she's gonna
called?
stab me with a
Stitches.
hooked,
Mitches get stitches.
crochet.
Mitch's
Needle.
get stitches.
Yeah.
All right, so cartoons of yesteryear.
Yes,
This is
cartoons
where we
of,
were.
of yesteryear.
Nesteryear. Yes.
Yesteryear.
So
Nester.
All right, 90s.
Julio's leaving.
Julio.
Wait,
Julio's
before
out.
you leave, you gotta say your cartoon
Yeah, you gotta at least elaborate.
because I
for-
think we're almost
2
on our
minutes.
hour. if
We're
wanna watch it.
about 15 minutes away.
What kind of cartoon? What are we talking about?
Like nostalgia, like Mighty
Cartoon
Max.
from
shit like
yesteryear
that.
that you loved when you were growing up.
Were you a Gargoyles fan?
Oh yes.
A what?
Gargoyles. I can't say it.
Gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say gargoyles.
Elementary and Onion.
No, I can't say. Roughnecks. Did you guys see that?
Roughnecks.
I've never heard of it.
So it was a
Is it about oil
3D
drilling?
animated
No.
show that was based off of the Starship Troopers movie.
Wow.
Wow.
It was pretty awesome.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah,
No,
I've
I
never even
don't.
heard of it. And the
Was
only
this-
3D show I ever remember is Reboot.
Oh yeah, Reboot.
Or
Reboot was good.
Beast Wars. That was a good one.
Beast
too.
Yeah,
Wars was
Beast
good,
Wars,
yeah.
Yeah.
So the animation was similar. Like if you go back to it now,
Okay.
it's really shitty. But it was awesome back then.
Oh, I bet. I imagine like making that in the production environment, like making like really cheap 3D animation for kids show. Like they had to have like sweatshops of computer animators. 'Cause that stuff wasn't easy to do. Like you couldn't just download Maya and just like make it happen. Like you probably actually had to have like production studio stuff. So that's where we get really nerdy. So Patrick, what's your all-time favorite?
I have 2 or
Nostalgia.
3 that I'm extremely tied on. One is the Batman the Animated Series.
Very good. Yeah.
Another is Gargoyles.
Similar, yeah.
Then you have Darkwing Duck, SWAT Cats, and 2 more is
Turtles.
Cowboys of Moo Mesa. And,
Oh yes, I remember
and
that.
Biker Mice from Mars, and of course Ninja Turtles.
What was with that? Why was there a huge like grouping of like animal
Dick
people?
animation.
Julio, have a great night.
Oh
Sharks.
yes.
Street
Oh
Sharks, yes.
yeah.
I mean they did Inspector Gadget too, the Inspector Gadget cartoon.
Yes, the Inspector Gadget cartoon was actually pretty good. Way better than the damn
Yeah.
movies.
And the dog and Penny like always figure stuff out. And
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Brain, that's the name was Brain. Yes.
Brain.
Back in the day, I had many cartoons. I basically raised myself on the cartoons.
That explains a lot.
It does. A lot of good ones were Cat Dog,
Yes, Cat Dog was good.
which I didn't understand the physiology of it, but I guess you're not supposed to when you're like watching that for
So,
zoning out purposes.
I think one of them has to poop every like alternate pooping and eating.
Yeah, cartoons, they don't exactly poo.
I'd like to think that Cat Dog
Um,
was an inspiration for what was that Human Caterpillar movie, Human Centipede.
So another good one was
Angry Beavers.
Angry Beavers. Angry Beavers was good. I did not like Rugrats.
Yeah, it was a really long running show though.
It
Yeah.
was a long running show, but they really should have put that out to pasture a long time ago.
I think
But
when
You watch it
And-
now. You watch it now, and you get a lot
Yeah.
more of adult jokes that
Another-
you didn't see before.
Another good one, and this was way back in the day, She-Ra.
oh wow,
Now, She-Ra was a offspin of He-Man.
I don't even think I was born when that show was out.
Basically, that had me in front of the TV watching it and just literally, I would sit there for the longest time.
Yeah, apparently my show when I was like probably younger than 5
Barney.
was I watched a little bit of Barney, but it was Maya the Bee. So there was a show called Maya the Bee that
I've
was like
never-
a really low budget animation, probably kind of anime-ish, but it was about this bee named Maya, and that's all I know about it.
Oh,
I
wow.
remember a show that was really, really like, it wasn't weird, but it was like,
Was it Russian?
no, it was Anaconda.
Yes, Anaconda was so good.
And it was
it was
it was scrapbook, but it wasn't like
No, that was really good.
South Park. But it was
Kaboom.
like,
Yeah, that was kind of like kaboom.
Kablam, not
Kablam with was it
yeah,
Captain
Kaboom,
Naked
that's
Guy
the,
or something like that?
Laundry
and-
or the detergent stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the spray and chilling. Tells us where our minds are as adults. I got to worry about stains.
Adulthood. This is why we have this podcast, I think.
It's
I
to
hate
escape.
adulthood.
It's to
Can we go back
escape.
to the
Yeah.
time when we had naps and cookies and milk.
I was actually
Before Netflix, we actually had to like record our cartoons on
Who remembers
VHS tape.
Oh my God, VHS.
And then you have a whole stack of VHS tapes. And then if you're really stupid, you like
Magnetized them.
do that, or you you recorded over something that was like important, like your parents' wedding or something.
Or your
I didn't
birth.
do that, but I'm just saying, like you imagine like and then you break that little tab so that it was only read only,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
couldn't write on it,
That is not good
Or you-
whatsoever.
or you put a little piece of tape over it to like make it rewritable or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I remember having to bring those back to like Blockbuster or something.
Yeah,
And they would fine you for not rewinding.
Yeah.
What
And
kind
it
of
was
shit
like-
is that?
Be kind
You
and
have-
rewind.
You have
Good
a
movie.
machine that does it for you. Why the hell do I have to do it?
Because if not everybody did it, they would just that would be their day.
You have a
is Angela-
machine to do
I know,
the
but it
rewinding.
still takes 2 minutes to do it on the machine.
Get another machine. You could do 2 at once.
If you didn't like fully watch the movie, you could always rewind it while it was still playing and like see the whole movie backwards. And then if you're actually really fancy, you had like the special features after the movie instead of like going to it like. I mean, we're explaining VHS. This is not like something.
Yeah,
that
VHS
I'm hoping-
is technically no longer used whatsoever.
The last VHS tape player will be made later this year in November.
They
it
have
will
closed
come.
everything down.
Yes, the last VHS player. You can still get them in combos, but they're
Yeah, I have a
hella
combo.
expensive.
Yeah, I have
They're like $99.
Yeah, I have a
Unless you go to Goodwill, then it's like $5.
yeah. I have a combo, and I've converted a few VHS tapes, but there's we have a friend that is very very much into Laserdisc.
Oh God.
We'll have to bring him into the
Yeah.
podcast because
He's
that
gonna
could
be a guest
an-
one week.
Yeah, he could be an hour of him just talking.
Yeah, just us
I'll bring a
saying,
pillow.
yes.
I would be totally interested in what he had to say for an hour.
You know
I don't know. He has the ability to make me fall asleep.
who?
Yeah.
Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
have the ability to make me fall asleep. It's like
Skin a
it's only
claw.
1:45.
So this is
It's time
early.
for Skinamax.
yes,
But yeah,
I
it's
have
so
to go
sad.
home to my real doll. She's expecting me.
Don't forget to wash her and put her on the donation.
Yeah,
No, then never mind.
you're getting out of here, Karen. Now,
Julio's back.
Julio. has
He just
returned.
can't leave us. He's just so enthralled
He
by
loves
this.
us.
His car
so
must be
much.
broken down.
Yeah, probably.
You might
Or
wanna
he
unmute
forgot
your mic.
something.
Yeah, he probably forgot something.
Patrick probably sliced his tires and stuff.
Uh-huh. He forgot his charger.
Charger.
I just had to say goodbye.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
We see that charger in
yeah,
your hand.
yeah. Just like my father. Walk out.
Gotta go get myself some
Cigarettes.
But you don't even smoke.
Dad jokes.
My
Not the
dad is
pun
awesome.
kind either.
My dad is so awesome. We call him Mr. Doug.
Mr. Doug.
Mr. Doug. He
I
used
can
to-
imagine your dad is a lot like you.
I am a lot like my father. Like, literally copy paste. I am
Wow.
the, I guess, female and very, very younger version of him.
Do you have any siblings?
I have many siblings.
That sounds
Actual
creepy.
siblings
Oh,
or
I met your brother, I think.
Like blood, like
blood.
you
Yeah.
could easily
Bleed.
get a transfusion.
So they did a copy and paste, but like Windows corrupted like the clipboard somewhere in between there.
much.
Yeah, okay.
You make a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and it's
Yeah.
not exactly like the original.
This is like
What
that
was that?
dinosaur thing in
Multiplicity.
3D.
Multiplicity. I knew you were gonna go there. So, multiplicity with
Yes. Michael
Batman. Okay.
Keaton. One of the Batmans, yes.
Okay.
There
The
have been
best Batman.
multiple there have Batman.
I would say
Batman.
one of the best.
Keaton was one of the best.
Adam West.
I kind of
I
like.
mean, Adam West was good and all. Adam West was the fun Batman, and then you had Michael Keaton,
I want
the
them to
badass
make.
Batman.
I want them to make a Batman that is kind of like the old version of the Batman series. If you notice, Michael Keaton's Batman and West's Batman, they're very cartoony. They don't have nipples on their bat suits. No, but they're very cartoony, very clampy. Now it's somebody that needs a throat lozenge just to tell us where the hell things are going.
Who did
Yeah.
who did the voice acting for the cartoon series, the animated series?
I don't know.
Can't
I
remember
think
his
Billy
name.
West.
No.
Why is Billy West sound right?
Because he
does
a lot of
everything.
voice- yeah, he does everything.
He did Bender for crying out loud. He does
Uh,
Adventure Time with.
so Tara Strong to be the next Batman, right?
Tara Strong does everything.
She could be the next Batman.
Tara
Tara
Strong can
Strong
be my
is
mother. I
Timmy,
don't know.
right?
True, yeah. She did Timmy, I think, and
She did Timmy. She
she
did
does,
Harley Quinn.
Oh,
one of the ponies. I
the
forgot which
the
one.
Mr. J Harley Quinn. that
Twilight
one?
Sparkle.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twilight Sparkle.
She did.
She does really good voice acting.
She does. She did it for the video games, the Harley Quinn video.
Well, you know, everybody knows Mark Hamill's like Joker everything.
I
Mark-
like that. I mean, everybody likes that. I think that's universal.
I'm glad that Mark Hamill found something better than Star Wars.
Well, he most definitely found where the Krispy Kreme is. I mean, if anybody's seen
Oh
Seven.
my god, that sounds so good right now. Are they hot right now?
If the sign's on, I mean,
Where's there
how
one
far
close
is?
to here? We gotta find one.
I mean, there's got to be one. Do you really want to take a field trip to a Krispy Kreme?
I just
after this
ate like
podcast?
banh mi that I didn't actually eat. And I would love to have.
I kind of want to go to where this Krispy Kreme is.
We could get a dozen and split it 3 ways. That's
Ooh, we can 3-way a dozen.
what's the math on that?
Three-way
Oh my
donut.
god, that's
No, they don't sell baker dozens at Krispy Kreme. I used to work there.
it would be 4 donuts each. I could
Yes.
eat 4 donuts.
I could eat like one and then
I can
give
lick
some away.
the donuts.
Please don't lick the donuts. I might be a diabetic, but you ain't got to scare me away from the food.
What was one of the pop stars that actually like licked a donut recently?
What? That was a thing?
Ariana Grande or
I don't keep up with these things.
she's kind of pretty. Ariana Grande, but she's actually a good singer. Like she's one of the singers that
like,
I
is it singer or all auto-tuned pop
no
sounding bull?
No, she actually has real voice. She was on SNL. She was really good on SNL. She was a good actor too.
I remember when SNL used to be good.
Next subject.
So back to Krispy Kreme.
Yes.
All right. I
So-
think, are you guys ready to wrap this up and
I thought we were-
GPS
I-
Krispy Kreme?
I thought we were still talking about other things.
Wait,
So
what
this
were we talking about?
podcast started as Butterbeard.
No, it started
now-
off as autocorrect. I mean, it's autocorrect now, but it started off as Butterbeards.
So if you like either one and you actually listen to this podcast, if we have more than one viewer, like that one viewer that is actually viewing this right now has to comment below and actually tell us like what our
Butterbeards
name
or
is.
autocorrect.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you to all our mothers who are watching.
Yes.
All 3 of them.
I
I'm
said penis
sorry,
on a
Mom.
podcast on the
I am
internet.
so sorry. I love you. I love you a lot. Just remember that when you
aren't-
listen to this.
You aren't accepting the Oscar. Calm down.
There's an Oscar? Okay. No.
I might have said
I love
things that I regret, and RAGARET, but I tattooed that on myself. So
Is that Nargat? Is that a-
No
regret.
regrets.
Nah regrets. Signing off for the untitled either Butterbeard or Autocorrect podcast. I'm Patrick, and I'll put my information down in the description, along with 3,000 fucking links. And
There's going to be a link on that.
there's going to be a link to the links.
Yes,
where you
there's
can
actually
access
a
the
list
link.
of lists on Wikipedia, and within that list of lists is
And
actually
if
the
you
list of
have
lists.
a thing to list, please give us a little shout out or anything like that,
Yes.
and we'll go over it on our next show.
And if you guys enjoyed the show, please comment. If you fucking hated the show, I don't care. Put it in the comments anyway. I just want to know. We want feedback, and we're going to try to be a little more structured for the second show.
Don't lie to them.
All
Well,
podcasts
if we
say
just
that.
carry a notepad around and write down a question here or there every day, we'll have content.
Okay,
Here,
so
there,
I'm
everywhere.
Mitch, and I will have my information, and Axie is over there knitting
Crochet.
a scarf,
Crochet.
She's going to stab you in the
and she'll
fucking
put
throat.
her information on how to knit a scarf.
Crochet. I
Okay.
don't know how to knit.
Her name's Axenoes, or goes by Axenoes, right?
I go by Axie or Axionos.
Axenoes. Okay, and she has red hair. So in,
Are
in
you
your
going to
visual memory-
describe for people to
Yeah.
kill me out in the
So
hallway?
Patrick has like a trucker hat and thick glasses, and has a Ninja Turtle shirt. I have a red polo shirt, a neck beard that I totally gave up on, and Axie has red hair and is knitting a scarf.
Crochet.
Gave up on it
A
like
pink
my
one,
dreams.
a very bright pink one.
Crochet.
Okay, signing off.
Thank you for listening. We'll be around later.